This is Morning Perfect Base. I am Van Velding, and I'm going to be working on my perfect base a little bit each day. And after a month or two, I am going to see how much progress I've made. Today I'm going to put down a few of these new 1.14 blocks, the new functional blocks. This is the first episode I've done with the updates, so I don't know exactly what to call these. I want to call them function blocks or tool blocks, but regardless, they let you do some things. This is kind of a multi-purpose miscellany area, so I should put up some signs in here. Regardless, there's a storage area, there is a wool area, there's a redstone area, there is a kitchen and pantry area. And this is all going to be used for those sorts of things. So it's natural that I would put the smoker, the tabletop buzzsaw there doesn't do a lot. It's a blast furnace. Those are both stoneworking, which I am going to maybe make a special room for, maybe keep closer to the top of the mine for all that. This is a lectern, which is not in the original. Where's the center point? Is it? Do I not have? Anyway, well, that cartography table is not going to go anywhere. Well, maybe. I'm going to take this grindstone to the armory first. And by armory, I mean the two paths I've cut through this solid chunk. Probably use an axe. There you go. Pickaxe. So, anyway, I'm just going to dig out a little bit more around it here. Do a few changes around the base. Nothing too. Come on. I guess it doesn't work in 1.4. Maybe I need to use the right tool. Maybe I need to use the correct kind of thing. Let me get like a, I don't know, fucking sword. Yeah, sword. I'm not going to throw my chain. Nope, don't do anything. No, whatever. Fuck it. So today, in addition to, the Minecraft stuff, I'm going to put the map table up here. This seems like the best place for it. I'll find a better place later, but in the meantime, bam, there it is. See, I can just access that interface, like no problem. Yeah, well. Okay. So I have just seen Avengers. So, Avengers spoilers. I got to get all my stuff back together. I moved it all out of place so I could put all the toolboxes down. And as I usually do, I take notes during that. Usually I'll turn that into a blog, and I still might. But, seeing as how I have Morning Perfect Base to work with, I'm going to go ahead and just go down my thoughts for it as, oh shit, okay, all right, those do hurt. I was wondering if those hurt. I suspected they hurt, but now I absolutely know that they do. So the first thing that happened when I went to the Avengers was the previews. Hobbs and Shaw. Now, I'm not invested in this at all. I assume this is the Transporter meets the Fast and the Furious, like the two guys from that. I think it's a clever way to combine two intellectual properties. I mean, it's the plot of Crocodile Dundee 2, I think, where like there's drug dealers and he's got to go back to Australia for them to go after him, so they're on his home territory. I feel like the trailer gave everything away, but these movies ain't made for me. So I'm going to go ahead and cut down through here and start opening up the central area of the perfect base. Anyway, I guess if you're a fan of it, you'll enjoy it. My opinion on this sort of thing is moot. Men in Black 4. It is weird how similar this feels to Hobbs and Shaw. Also, sort of like James Bond with ray guns. So maybe it's everything. Maybe everything is everything these days. Maybe nothing's anything. It's all the same, except for the Lion King. That CGI Lion King criticism holds up. That is a heck of a thing. The complaints seem really legitimate. I don't get the need to do this at all. A shot-for-shot remake, which is what this looks like, seems completely pointless. I understand there's some copyright impetus to keep remaking classics so Disney can keep the copyrights, but is that a good enough reason to do this? It got me, okay, but the music got me. Okay, I mean, that's the Lion King music. If you deliver musicals to children, they will never forget that music. It will always affect them. Also, I thought John Oliver was Zazu again, but I guess Rowan Atkinson was the first Zazu, and then I realized, wow, what a stupid thing to care about. Godzilla. Actually looking forward to Godzilla a little bit. I like an occasional big stupid movie, and we're at like one completely pointless movie and three big stupid movies. I mean, nothing's bigger and stupider than Godzilla, the One Punch Man of big stupid movies. Like every time, threat, Godzilla goes down, then Godzilla gets back up, kicks some ass, and waddles his chaotic neutral tail back into the sea. Godzilla is Shane, and like we're all children just running after him, crying for him to come back. He is, he's Godzilla, for fuck's sake. Star Wars, something Skywalker. I take these notes as I write them, and I will occasionally add a note after the fact. Like that Rowan Atkinson bit, that was something I had to research. Right, I fucking completely forgot the title of this new Star Wars thing. My enthusiasm for Star Wars is zero. It was neutral earlier, and now it's just zero. I mean, I don't hate it. I get the criticism where like there's a stupid pilot trying to ram a Jedi with a fighter jet or whatever, and I understand that's stupid, but like the whole dark side thing is that they're emotional to the point of self-destruction. Like, you can't just say, oh, I'm evil and therefore I'm powerful. No, they're more powerful because they're more impulsive. Evil has a quick rapidity to it. Good is often reactive and slow. And the advantage of the dark side is that initiative. But the advantage of good is that if people are good, they'll work together. The entire point of good is that many weaker people can come together to stop powerful evil people who were seeking to exploit their own power. A lot of that wasn't in the original notes. Anyway, I'm not here to talk good versus evil. X-Men Dark Phoenix. Right, last note. Cool of them to steal Johnny Storm's origin story. Otherwise, who could possibly give a shit? Whatever. So finally, Endgame, and it got off to a really good. Oh, Jesus! All right, that is a gap. That is a gap in the floor. It's not a huge, fall, but I would prefer not to fall. Mostly, I just don't want my armor to lose a sliver of condition because I was a fucking spaz. It's a good start. Everyone wanted to know where Hawkeye was, and now we all get to see this happen with the inevitability of being drowned by the fucking tides. I didn't even know he had 3 kids. It's been a while since Age of Ultron. I thought he had like 2. Not a sad number, but not a tragic number of children. I mean, we knew everything that was going to happen in that scene, and still, man, damn. Tony Stark and Nebula is more than I could have hoped for. I love that he's been all Tony to her. That is the weird thing, is that Tony is he's such a flawed person, yet he is likable. And to see him extend that likability to someone like Nova who needs it so much, whether he knows it or not. It's great. And and there we go. First the paper football and the comedy, then the heavy stuff. It got dark pretty quick. 1,000 light years, by the way, can't possibly be correct. They would have to be outside the galaxy, right? Like stars are... Oh my god, he's making a captain's log. He's making a captain's log. That's what he's summarizing the events of the previous installment and bringing us up to speed while recording those events in a spaceship. It's a captain's log. Also, how does his suit have electronics in it if it's just some nano suit? How does his helmet have all the diodes and resist? Whatever. Oh, so we're gonna stay on this scene then? Oh, that's okay. All right, and they resolve it. I guess the story's just gonna be going places. 23 days. That is a quick turnaround time. Let's see. Living creatures. Living creatures is way smarter than all living things. Let me tell you, corn husks are living things, but they are not creatures. So that's something. How on earth is Earth scanning space to look for Thanos? What do we got up there? We got nothing. How much of space is Earth looking at? I am glad Tony is feeling better. This meltdown's a positive sign of recovery. Thanks, Nebula. I mean, you could have said he went to the garden before the meltdown, but, you know, the meltdown was cool. Maybe you got some respect for... Oh, you don't actually know. You do not actually know. You just said, hey, he's going to go to the garden, but you don't. That's... I at least assumed that was the name of a fucking planet, because why wouldn't it be in these movies? And I guess Rocket Raccoon's been checking the space internet, so he knows where it is, and we can get this plot going. Sure, fine. We got a ship, we got a location, we got Thanos. Let's fuck this duck and make this short-ass movie. That's great. It'll be 20 minutes long. Outstanding. Avant-garde. Way to defy expectations. And now we cut to the Endgame title, and not to side with Tony too much here, but I feel like we're more on the post-game at this point. I feel like we're post-game. Their plan here is stupid, and I feel like it won't work because it's not a plan. It's a bunch of angry people finding Thanos to beat him up, or get beat up by him. And I don't want to be cliche, but they should nuke the site from orbit because it's the only way to be sure. I mean, come on. Okay, alright, look. Okay, guys, don't be angry. Thor was just swinging what we were all thinking here, okay? Alright, I think he swings for us all. It's great. And I do want to say they actually had a good plan. That was great execution by everyone. And I just want to say good job, guys. Good job. It's hard not to drop through that hole. Because it's just convenient. It's convenient to use gravity to get places. Love it. 5 years later. That is a less quick turnaround time. That is the exact kind of time drop I was hoping that they would take. We're going to see. The fuck, you miss the Mets? You depressed future people can't even field a fucking baseball team? Hire new Mets. In 5 years, you could have gotten new Mets. It's not that big of a deal, you guys. Jesus. Cap is the best. He's such a good guy. He's trying to help other people, even if he don't believe it himself because he's sad. It's good. It's good. Being trapped in the quantum subrealm for 5 years only to come out in a storage cage is so Ant-Man. And is that Ken Jeong as the security guard? He's tragically undercast here. But I admire, community guys getting work. Community alums getting work. And I think this monument is just on the other side of where the marine biologist picked up Spock and Kirk in Star Trek 4. Also, it's been 5 years, Earth. Can you tow a car? There's just cars not doing anything anywhere. I gotta fucking... I keep forgetting to get my wide shot, right? I keep forgetting to get the broad view of my work area before I work in it. So here it is. There we go. And I'm gonna cut through all of this. I'm gonna cut down to the trough. The trough should be like 5 blocks wide. And then I'm going to cut the ceiling down a little bit. And then I'm going to cut through that trough into the lower level. Probably won't finish that today. I may not actually be finishing this Avengers Endgame thing today. This is taking me some time. Also, I don't know where we're going with Black Widow's character, but I am not feeling it. I'm not against it. I don't think it's bad. I think it's fine for strong female characters to be emotionally vulnerable at times. I think the point of this 5-year jump is that everyone is emotionally in the shitter. I'm just not feeling it, I'm not feeling it. In my theater viewing of this, they really muted Ant-Man's audio for the time he was eating a sandwich. I don't know if that happened to everyone, but every time he was eating, and it's like, well, we're going to make it a little quieter. It was way too quieter. And they did it for Hulk in the restaurant scene too, which is super weird. Oh man, please don't be Iron Man's kid in that tent. Please do not be Iron Man's kid in that tent. We can't. Oh fuck, that complicates things. Oof, boy. All right, Scott, you just said rules of time travel. Take a drink. Oh, yeah, you guys are already drinking. Right, you're at Tony's house. Well played, Tony. I am also loving Happy Bruce / Professor Hulk. I think it is great. I am glad they decided to show that some folks are still living in this world. Also, how the fuck is time travel and subatomic particles the specialty of Tony Stark, mechanical and electrical engineer, and not Bruce Banner, subatomic particle scientist, and a half dozen times over? Like, how is that not Bruce Banner's bailiwick? Whatever. Oh, it's New Asgard. That's cool. That's from the comics. Let's see. Valkyrie's alive. That's good to know. Let's see. Hulk. It's that bad, huh? Yeah, Hulk. It's called alcoholism. It's called alcoholism, Bruce. Or as you might call it, daddy's disease. Jesus, have an intervention, dude. Mike, Meek, and Korg are alive. It's so great to see Meek and Korg again. I love Meek and Korg. Hey, Meek. Hey, Korg. Let's see. This Ronin scene's pretty stereotypical and should have been a lot shorter, but I will allow it, honestly. I mean, we get it. Things got dark. Nat dyed her hair. Let's see. Lebowski. I mean, Iron Man still got it. He's ready to rock. He's completely back up to speed. It's like there's been no time at all. Pop culture references. Let's see. So is Hawkeye going to go back during this test run to see his family disappear and get some kind of closure? Oh, okay. We're going to do that thing where we're being shown how it's impossible to change the timeline. Or maybe we're getting a baseball glove. It's good. I want to make it clear now that for most of this movie, I was under the impression that the rules of time travel were that it was impossible to change the future, so they could only do things that were consistent with their knowledge of history as it turned out. Like stealing a scepter that Hydra stole, then returning it to Hydra wouldn't actually change the timeline, since for all we know, that's what happened in the first place. It turns out they were dealing with a unique set of time travel rules called no rules of time travel, fuck off nerd. So I got worried about the time stream throughout this movie whenever I should not have been worried about the time stream, because I am a nerd that I guess needs to fuck off. Let's see. 3 teams, yeah. Give us that sweet, sweet Phantom Menace triple climax and play that Avengers music, because these motherfuckers will mess with time. Alright. And yeah, right. So they've been in a 2012 for like 15 minutes, and Bruce has had his soul punched out by the Ancient One, who knows everything he's up to. This went wrong a little quicker than things usually do. For this Asgard bit, they did fridge Phrygia. So I'm glad that this is all affecting. I'm glad that this is important to us. Hey, motherfuckers. How you doing? Why are you in my fucking courtyard? Get my fucking courtyard. Get out the same way you came in, bitches. Wow, I'm just being really bad at arrows here. Let's see if there's any other ones. Nope, just a llama in the library. Because why wouldn't there be? And a llama on top here. Traveling traders somewhere. It's all my sheeps, my birch. And I'm looking for like a universal symbol to kind of help me like delineate the different quadrants of what I got here. I got like 9 sections here, right? The core, the 4 cardinal direction wings, and then the, I believe, orthogonal direction courtyards. And what I really want is a 3x3 color grid, which I can take off any 2x2 or 3x1 part of it and orient it in nature, and I will instantly know what that means. Right? I'll be oriented from the rest of it. Anyway, I've had a similar issue, and I've had a similar system in my... Oh, is that a new guy? Oh, shit, there are 2 of them now. Okay, all right, well, let's do... Oh, shit, there's like 3 of them. Fuck, okay, all right, are they shooting? I can't tell. They seem to be really slow on the draw. Like, maybe that's just because of the crossbows? Maybe not. All right, there we go. Let's chop some kneecaps. Like, I'm wearing diamond armor. I have a goddamn enchanted sword. I probably should not be afraid of these people. There's 3 of them. 4 of them? 3 of them. Fewer of them. There we go. Bloop. Hey there, buddy. Alright. Get an emerald. I love these guys. It used to be so hard to get emeralds. In fact, I set up here such that if I were to build out my dungeon adequately, it would abut extreme hills and give me the chance to mine for emeralds. So the fact that you can just kill these motherfuckers, get a shitty status effect and a banner and an emerald out of it, it's great. It's great. I'm happy about that. So you see all those banners in the back? Those are all my attempts at making like a universal banner. And that has not worked out too great. Let me see. I think there was a creeper out there earlier. I don't know where he is. 100%. Cool with that. No, maybe so. Weird. Maybe he climbed up on that wall and walked away. That's really specific, though. Usually Brownie in Motion doesn't have that kind of drive to it, but whatever. I'm going to put some more torches down. I can understand pillagers spawning because I don't know what their requirements for spawning are, but what I don't get is creeper spawning. Creepers should not be spawning in my base. Slimes maybe, because slimes are motherfuckers like that, but that's how it goes. Anyway, I'm gonna put up my banner here. This is my previous. It's a banner and raid. God, why would you do that, Chris? It's a previous banner and raid I got. I'm gonna have to do a part 2 for the Avengers thing. So I'm just gonna put those up on my wall as I got lanterns in my corners here too. I really love the 1.14 lanterns. I'm a big fan of them. I'd like to use them more, but that's an aesthetic thing. I have adequate light for the moment. I'm a big fan of these, and can I sleep? Cannot sleep. All right, I'll see you later though. All right, bye.